Yes, you guys, it is our time for the topic. Are you ready for tonight's topic, Lore?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get it.
All right. Well, tonight's topic is, should you share your relationship drama with your friends and your family? And
Mm.
that's like any relationship drama. It's relationship drama that you're having with your siblings or with your partner, with your parent.
Oof.
Should you share that information with the opposite, which if it's
Mm.
if you're sharing your friends' information with your family, or you're sharing your family's information with your friends, or just all of that. So this is something I think a lot of people can relate to, because I feel that people need to release this information or things that are going on in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely wanted to ask our listeners, like, do you guys share, like, let's say, if you're having a relationship drama, do you share it with your friends? If you're
Mm-hmm.
over an argument, or over, like, the decision about something that your child is doing, or maybe you had a fight with one of your, like, brothers or your sisters. Do you tell your friends? Like, this is something I think that we can all relate to, and I just wonder, is this good or is this bad, or are we kind of like breaking the trust with that person that
Mm-hmm.
we're sharing the story about? What do you think?
Damn, I think it varies. Because I feel like it definitely has benefits, right? Like when you're
Right.
trying to get somebody else's perspective. But as you were talking, it made me think of, I hope y'all are watching Insecure. It made me think, are you caught up? Ish? Not really?
No, I haven't watched the last one. I'm
Oh,
always
okay.
an episode behind.
Oh, then you're good for
Oh,
what I'm gonna
okay.
say.
Okay.
It reminds me of when Condola gets a text and Lawrence is not gonna make it, and she's supposed to go get a massage with her sister.
Okay.
And her sister's like, "What?" And Condola's like, "Bitch, like you already hate him anyway. Like I don't even want to talk about it."
Right.
Because it's tough. It puts you in a difficult situation because that's still her baby daddy.
Yeah.
And she's still going to try to do everything that she can to make that relationship work for the sake of the baby.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes it so much harder when you have your sister and people that love you. And at the end of the day, they just love you and they want the best for you. But it doesn't make it easier when you got that like negativity in your ear. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's a deadbeat. He gets to show up whenever he wants and
Yeah.
stop covering for him and this or that. So it's tough. It could be really hard. On the other hand, though, it would be good to get a different perspective, somebody else's opinion. But I think you have to pick and choose very carefully,
Yes.
like what you share and who you share it with, because at the end of the day, people love you, but they want to protect you in
that part.
in their own ways that might not be the healthiest.
Right.
Especially your family.
No, for sure. And I
Yeah.
agree with that. I think that no matter what you're like, if let's use that as an example, your partnership, right? Your relationship with your partner, and you guys are having a rough patch, you're going
Mhm.
through something, your family's always gonna choose you no matter what. You know what I mean? I mean, it's rare when they like side with your partner. Sometimes it's happened. I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, like, you have to understand, like, your family loves you. Even if you drive them crazy, even if you annoy them, they're always going to choose you.
Mhm.
So when you talk about them poorly, they're going to obviously feel some type of way about your partner that you're talking about.
Mhm.
You're going to put them in a negative light forever. Even if you forgive them, even if you move on, even if you guys have worked through it,
Yeah.
during pillow talk, or you guys sat down, your family wasn't a part of that conversation. Yeah. And so it can be tough. And I say this because, I have, I think, like, most families, you guys, we all have that things that we go through together.
Mhm.
And, obviously not putting anybody's information out there because I did not ask for permission, but so I'm not going to say anything, but I've been put in situations where I've been told something, and obviously your immediate reaction is to get upset at the other person and be angry and just be like, oh no, you're not going to mess with my loved one, or you know what I mean? And you automatically want to react to it. I think a lot of the times, and I've learned me personally from from situations, sometimes people vent to you because they just need to release that, and they just want you to listen. They don't want you to do nothing about it. They don't want you to be upset. They actually don't even want you to bring it up later. They just need to release it. And and they've trusted you. But also, as a person who is relaying this information, you also have to understand the person you're telling, right? So out of all 8 of my siblings, there's 8 of
Mhm.
us. I would know who to talk to if I wanted to get something done. Like, I need some help. Like,
Yeah.
who am I gonna call? And
Anna.
then shout out to my sister Anna. But
Virgo power.
that is Virgo power for
Yeah.
sure. But out of all my other siblings, I would probably call one of them, and just I would know who I would call, and they would just listen and allow me to vent, release it, and then not bring it up again, and not hold it against the person that I'm talking about.
Right.
So you also, as a person that you're talking about this, you also have to know who you're telling. So I wouldn't just tell everybody that you're friends with or all your family. Like, I would have that one person you trust, and know that how they're going to handle it and how they're going to take it, and just let that person be. But again, we always talk about this on Ladies Night. You also have to ask to make sure that they're in the right place for them to receive this information. Because sometimes I recently was going through something and somebody was telling me a lot of information and I just started crying. But it wasn't about, I mean, it was tough what I was hearing, but it was more about like what I was going through. And then I was just, I was like, I wasn't ready. I shouldn't have been hearing that because I wasn't at a good place.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be a good friend, and I just like,
Yeah, you want to be there for someone.
yeah, but I think that it's tough because everybody needs that person to talk to vent
That safe
to,
space.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good having code words like saying, okay, safe space. Then that person knows, like, okay, you might be saying some shit out of pocket right now. And I'm not going to hold it against you because it's your safe space.
Right.
And it's just shit that people think about sometimes.
Yeah.
And then we're going to regroup and come back to center. I think a big thing also is you said a key word, vent.
Mhm.
So also ask yourself, like, what are you seeking from the person that you're talking to? Because if you're in a state of anger, if you're upset, what ends up happening is you go and you share that information with someone else, and you're coming from your own perspective.
Exactly.
You're sharing your side. You're sharing probably what happened to you, the story, the narrative that we tell. And when we're angry, we're not at a place where we're able to receive everything that just happened. So we could be interpreting the issue with the other person in a certain way because we become very narrow when we're angry and pissed off and we don't hear anything else. And so then here we go seeking support from our family or from our friends, and they'll be like, no man, fuck that bitch or fuck that fool.
Right.
You need to get rid of them. You need to get rid of, why are you still friends with that person? They always do this shit to you. And then you're like, then you are not angry anymore. And you reflect and you're like, okay, this wasn't all that person. It was me. This is the dynamic. They were going through something.
Yes.
And then now you got your friends and your family pissed off at this person, and now you've made amends.
Can I just say really quick
giving
too?
you side eye.
Right. And you said, okay, so the part you said that I think you were talking about the person receiving it when you said it, but I was also talking about the person that's giving the message. They're not telling you the whole situation either. They didn't say the part where they threw the plate, or maybe they did, but they gave a reason for why they did.
She made me so mad. He made me so mad. I fucking busted his.
I broke his phone.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I threw her phone in the toilet. Right. I burned his Jordans.
I love you, my cow.
No, but I'm serious, and I'm not saying that because I feel to point any fingers at anybody, but I'm also like talking to myself too. Like I know that a lot of us who are watching here too and listening have shared a story and made themselves to be like the victim when in that story you had something to do with what went down. You just want somebody to like be on your side. And I get that. But at the same time, just be careful when you share information like this. Your friends and family are not as forgiving as you with the person that you're arguing with. Right?
Yeah.
You're going to probably forgive them.
Yeah.
Because you love them or you care for them. But your family or friends are not going to be so forgiving. They're not.
Yeah.
And
it's true. It's true. And they're going to be like, why do you keep putting yourself in this situation? Like, this person did this to you again. And, again, just going back, you're coming when we vent and when we're angry, we're coming from a perspective of like, I'm the victim. Somebody did something to me. let me get you on my side. I am gathering the troops, right? Like,
Right.
who's gonna take their earrings off for me?
My supportive group, right?
That's
I
what I'm
got you.
looking for.
Right.
So it's also good to, if you have somebody in that circle, whether it's your family or friends, to say, bitch, let me pull the
Bitch.
mirror out though. But what did you do?
But sometimes, okay, I get that part. Sometimes don't always do that. And here's why.
True.
Don't always do
You're
that.
right.
Because sometimes you just need to be an ear.
Mhm.
You just need to listen because
Yes.
guess what? Eventually, this person, maybe yourself, will really keep thinking about it because it's not going to stop after I tell you.
Right.
I'm going to keep thinking about this. I'm going to keep thinking about this. And you're going to eventually do some reflection. I hope that we all sit back after certain arguments or disagreements or whatever's going
Mhm.
on in your life and you really have some self-reflection. I tell this to people all the time. Like, look, I've reflected on it. I had to sit on it. This is why I need time, because after an argument, people think
Mhm.
like, no, we need to talk this through. And I'm like, me as an Aquarius, as the person I am, I know myself and I know that I need some time. If you
Mhm.
and I just had an argument, a disagreement, or a fight, give me some time because I need to reflect. Not only because of what was said or how I'm going to
Right.
come back at you. No, it's not about that. It's more of like, I need to reflect where I fucked up in this argument, in this discussion, in this
Mhm.
disagreement. Like, where did I go wrong with? Because a lot of it's miscommunication. A lot of it
Yeah.
is like, we heard what we wanted to hear, what we thought we heard. When actuality, that's not what they said.
Yeah.
So let me keep reflecting because everybody, yeah, and even if you're right in the argument, because in this, I feel like even now I had a disagreement with a friend, and even now I still to this point think like I did nothing wrong. I wasn't like not
Mhm.
nothing wrong, but I had a reasoning for my
Your actions.
my actions.
Mhm.
But I know that I could have probably, as I reflected, I feel like I could have said things differently or listened differently. And so I reflected and I was like, okay, this is, and then I also reflected on the area and the time I was when this information was being done. Like, where was my mind?
Mhm.
And so I was going through something else when this happened, even though I feel like they were wrong,
Yeah.
but it was still, they did something wrong in a time where I wasn't like mentally strong. Like I was going through something else.
Right.
So I told him that. And I also asked the other person, like, but I do ask that you reflect on the things that you could have done differently. Like, what do
Right.
you feel you could have done differently in this disagreement? So,
Mhm.
and I really am trying to move forward in all of my relationships like that, with friends, with coworkers, with anything. Like, let's reflect on how we can do things differently
Yeah.
the next time so that this doesn't get to this point anymore.
Yeah. Having healthy dialogue, that's important. To go back and reflect is huge. I, over the years, have done some dumb shit like that. Like, what would you do wrong though? And then, like, exactly what you said, it doesn't always, translate. So I have now come to a place where, specifically with my family, where I say, okay, what do you need from me at this moment?
Right.
Do you need me to listen, or do you need me to give my opinion? And then, based on how they laugh after that, I know what it is that they're looking for. They'll explicitly say, like, no, I want your opinion, or,
Right.
whatnot. But I think right now too, like, setting boundaries is so huge. It's something people talk about now on the regular, that I think people are having more conversations where it's like, do I have permission to vent, or I need to vent real quick, is that okay?
Right.
And the dynamics that you have, like, what does that mean? With different friends, it can mean different things.
Yeah.
So just I would say, be explicit. And I remember one time, God, it was like a woman's circle years ago, fucking over 15 years ago. And there was a set of sisters who were there. And one of them said, my sister's the best, because when I need to talk to her and be like, oh, my husband's a fucking dick. And my sister would be like, yeah, he's a fucking dick. And then the next day I'll be like, oh, my husband's the best. She'll like, yeah, your husband's the best. Like, so she just like backs her up. And it's like, okay, I'm just going to mirror back to you like what it is that you're feeling
I like that.
and have your back. But I have to say that comes with a lot of work.
It
Like,
does.
you have to know that you've done work for yourself to be able to hold somebody else's um whatever it is that they're going through and not get personally invested.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because, like we
Exactly.
said at the beginning, we want to be there to like support and love them and have their back.
Right.
And a lot of the times that means wanting to choose violence.
Not the
Wanting to choose
violence.
violence in the moment, but it doesn't always, violence is not the answer, against other people. So
It's not, you
do
guys.
your own work, and that way you can better hold somebody else and what their needs are, and they can do the same for you.
I agree with that
Yeah.
for sure. And I think I like that what you asked too. It's like, do you want me to just listen, or do you want me to
Mhm.
give you a resolution?
Yeah. Or do you
Um,
want my opinion or my
opinion,
advice?
right?
And I always say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Mhm.
So whose asshole do you want to lick? I mean, you gotta pick. You gotta pick.
This wouldn't be ladies' night if we didn't talk about your asshole at least one time.
At least one time.
At least one time. But no, yeah, it's really important to know that, you guys. And also, just sometimes people need to vent, and that's it. Just be a person to
Mhm.
hear.
Yeah.
And I know people in my daily life that I'm just like, I hear things about them, but again, I have them in, like, not everybody's like that, and I'm not saying I'm special or
Mhm.
nothing, but just from my experiences that I've already gone through and early. Because at the age of 18, as remember, I always share the story of how my best friend got mad at me that one time I told her that her ex, they weren't even together at the time, but her at the time it was her ex, and she was thinking of getting back to him. And I shared with her some information that was given to me that that he cheated on her when they were together.
Mm.
And I said, I don't think it's a good idea to get back with him because he's been cheating on you.
Yeah.
And the source is very reliable. It was his own brother that told my cousin, but it was a whole like ordeal. And that backfired on me.
Yeah.
She told me off. She said, I wish you would have never told me. It was just crazy.
Mm.
Not my best friend that I'm gonna celebrate
Right.
today, not her. But another best friend, from my childhood at the time. We're not friends anymore. It sucks because I feel like we could have definitely still been friends now at this age. Because besides that, we were so good together. Um, but yeah, and it feels like so many situations like that have come across me with family and friends, and I've just learned like there's always two sides to every story. You got to really, so even if you're put in a situation, where you feel like, dang, like, should I say something, should I not?
Yeah.
That's tough too. But when it comes to relationships, I tried not to get into it unless you really want my opinion.
Yeah. And that's hard. I used to come a lot I before back in the day. I used to come from a place of like, no, this is right, this is wrong. They need to know. It seemed very clear cut in my mind. And I used to be very black and white. And now it's like, no, life is about the gray. Life is about the gray area.
Yeah.
It's not ever.
There's never a right or wrong. It depends on
Yeah.
the situation. It depends on the people that you're also dealing with.
Yeah, because people may not be ready to hear that. Actually, there was a book I was reading about somebody who was a medical intuitive, and so basically, like, she can look at you and tell you like what's wrong with you, or
Oh shit.
not just medically, but just an intuitive. And she said something like, I could come across people like at an airport and see them and tell them like, oh, you should go get your gallbladder checked, and also your husband's cheating on you.
Oh no.
Right? Like, this is the information that she would get, but she would be like, I'm not about to tell that information to this person, that if they're coming to me for, medical intuitive information,
No.
like, no, they're not ready. And I think it's gauging that too.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you're like, damn, what if it comes out that you knew? And they're like, why the fuck didn't you tell me?
That's where it gets
But,
tricky.
like, you gotta, I don't know, you really gotta be in tune with your body and just, get the answer and see like what feels right.
I'm so glad you bring that up because I do have a question of the night, you guys. A question of the night.
Question of the night.
Question of the night. And I want to hear from you guys. So please put it in the comments. Here's the question, you guys. So I read this somewhere, I think on Reddit or something. I don't know. But it's between two friends.
I love the music though.
You like that?
Yeah. Very nice.
This
so
is
yummy.
instrumental by her. But okay, so this is from somebody named Sarah. And she says, I've been best friends with Chelsea for over 10 years and I love her to death, but she's putting me in such a terrible situation. Chelsea, traviesa. She recently started messing around with one of our mutual friends' boyfriend.
Oh no, bitch, what you doing?
I feel so guilty and I want to tell our friend, but I also don't want to throw away my best friend under the bus. what should I do? What advice would you give to Sarah? Does she need to say anything? You know, not every opinion needs to be voiced, as we were saying, but like this is tough. These are two friends, and
She's friends with Chelsea.
yeah, with Chelsea and with the other friend. And
Man.
Chelsea's messing around with their third friend. Let's call their third friend uh um Diane or something.
I would pull Chelsea aside by the hair very firmly.
Vente pa' acá.
Choosing violence. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't pull her hair. But I would talk to Chelsea and have a really deep convo and be like, girl,
Girl.
what are you doing? What path do you think this is leading you toward? And what about your homegirl?
Our homegirl.
Yeah. What about, we're family. What about our homegirl? The only way out of this is for you to end it with homeboy.
Not only end it, but are you going to tell her? Or are you telling her to tell her?
She's got to
She
tell
has
her.
to come clean.
She's got to come clean.
She has to come clean.
Like, you need to end this. Like, what if, like, what were to happen when you get caught? This is going to come to light. What's going to happen when you get caught?
Of course it's going to come to light.
You know, like, what has you wanting to pursue this person's, like, boyfriend? And that's a tough one too, because I feel like when people cheat, I feel like this is why quote unquote affairs are so good. Like, oh, the sex is so good and this is so good, because you're not doing real life with them.
Right.
You're saying, again, going back to, you're saying the narrative of where you're at. You're not getting your needs met. You're bashing your partner and you're looking for it somewhere else instead of coming clean and being honest. Chelsea, what are you doing?
What are you doing, Chelsea?
Chelsea, cut it out.
And this
come
also
clean.
This doesn't help Chelsea look like a good friend either. Like,
No.
how can Sarah trust Chelsea around her own relationship and partner? If she's doing this to Diane, how do we know Chelsea's not going to do this to Sarah? So then, me as being Sarah,
Yeah.
I would definitely question Chelsea, and I'm sure Chelsea's a good person. Well, not good person, obviously. I mean, she can still be a good
She'd
person
be
and
making
make bad
mistakes.
decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be a good person, make bad decisions. But it also makes me lose trust in you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't think I could leave my man around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I
know.
would slip her like a referral for a therapist.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say I would slip her like a dating app. Like, try Tinder.
Let me
Try
set you up
Hinge.
with somebody who's single, girl.
There's a lot of people in there that just want to have sex, and that's
I'm
what you're looking
saying.
for. Oh
And
man.
You know what though? And then it makes me think of, like, what if these people are more suited
For each
together,
other, right?
For each other,
Right. That could be true
than
too.
the other, than the relationship he's currently in.
And that I've seen that, and I'm just like, that. Well, just know if this works out, this friendship is most likely going to end.
Honesty, or who knows? Maybe the friend might be like, "Girl, you did me a favor. I'm liberated of this relationship. I'm liberated of this man. You keep him." Y'all, if you could be happy, this is new paradigm shit, right? If you could do that, Tammy could say, "Babe, take a break for 2 years and go have a baby."
But I feel like that's a new Tammy, because the Tammy we saw on the real world is not the Tammy we saw on the real.
No.
Right? Like, it's not the same person, and I think that comes with experience, with growth,
time,
with to like knowing who you are as a person, and just. I feel like that's how people it's gonna take like a certain type of people to be able to do that, to be able to be a Will Smith, Jada, and his oh my god, what is his first wife's name? I always forget. But yeah, even though right now Jada and Will are not the relationship goals, I honestly think they are, because of the fact that they talk about it. They're so transparent. Like, to me, they're a real ass like relationship. That's reality, not like this fantasy that we've created. It's like, now our fantasy is broken. That's why everybody is mad about them, because like their fantasy is broken. But now they're like, Beyonce and Jay-Z's are my relationship goals. But honey, that's a fantasy. You don't know what really goes behind closed doors. If they were transparent like Will and Jada, then
we only get their song lyrics years after the shit happened, right? Beyonce had miscarriages. He wasn't ready to be a real man. I mean, these are his own words. Like we get the after effects.
Right.
I mean, except the Solange elevator incident, right? We knew something was happening there. Becky with the good hair. But but yeah,
Yeah. And
I agree with you. Will and Jada are relationship goals. At the end of the day, they are choosing each other. They are choosing to stay committed. They are
boom.
choosing to be in the relationship in their own terms, and they're willing to come out and say it hasn't been easy.
It hasn't. That's what I appreciate
not been
and
easy.
respect about both of them.
Yeah.
And the fact that they still show each other so much love and respect, and they're still supportive. Like, even when each other knows that they made mistakes, they fall. They're right there to pick each other right up. Like, to me, that's real, and I respect it even more, and I love it even more. So I appreciate them for being so transparent. But that pretty much wraps up today's topic, you guys. Please put it in your comments. I'm gonna be checking. I know we're not live, but this is a dope ass freaking conversation, and I really want to hear from all of you guys.
Yeah,
But
let us know.
Yeah, but of course, you already know what time it is. It is time for Ride the Vibe with Goddess Lore. Lore, are you ready for us, honey?
I am so ready for this Ride the Vibe. Guys, it's a full moon in Taurus, my sign, baby. And partial lunar eclipse last night. So I'm going to invite you to ride the releasing vibe. We all know that when it's a full moon, it's time to release. Release the things that don't serve you, and you call in what you want in your life, your abundance, love, joy, peace, all of the things. Literally, if there was ever a full moon to do that and to feel the power, it is now. It is tonight. Do your rituals, take your erotic bath, your sensual bath. Set your intentions for what you want to release. Eclipses can be messy, and it is all about they're going to break you down to lift you up. So it's time to release all of those patterns that have been holding us back. We talk about this a lot too, generational patterns, generational healing. Now is a time, connect with your ancestors this weekend and release. Be open to accepting the messages and meeting them with love. Not necessarily everything has to be met with change and transformation, but just acknowledging and meeting the energy, meeting the space with love and a willingness to let it expand you. Like they say, the first part of any type of journey is the self-awareness, is realizing what it is that you want and how you're going to go about getting it right. Meet that with love. What is it that you want? How do you want to live your life from this day forward? Because if you were going to die tomorrow, what bullshit in your life doesn't even matter today. So focus on that, because you deserve it all of the goodness that the universe has to give, everything. You are deserved of that, because you are here, you are breathing, you are divinely created, divinely guided. Whether you like it or not, it just is. So take the time this weekend to ride the release vibe. Self-pleasure, check in with your body. What feels good? What are you feeling as you release? Allow the sensations to just be, and get lost in it. Enjoy the full moon, enjoy the eclipse energy. This was Goddess Lore asking you, what vibe do you want to ride? I don't know how or what possessed me to want to pick CCR for this segment.
I don't know.
But that was just what I was vibrating. I don't know. It's nostalgic for me. It makes me happy. And I think I did a lot of releasing this morning. So maybe that's why. I hope it resonates for y'all. It did for me.
No worries, boo. I've actually never heard of that song. So I love learning new songs with you.
Credence is the bomb.
I feel it.
Mhm.
All right, you guys. You know what time it is.
Hey.
Hey, it is time for some game time. I never went to a rave like that where you just
Me
did
either.
that.
Can we go to a rave? Like,
But can we stay on the edge?
Sure. There's
Yes.
gotta be raves that still happen, right?
I know, right? Yeah.
Maybe music festivals.
I'm down. I'll look for
Let's
something for
do it.
ladies' night. You know, and
Yeah.
I would love to record that just to kind of see like our first rave at our age, you know.
Body cam. Body cam rave
Hey.
action.
So today we're playing Two Truths and a Lie. I love this
Ooh.
game because I feel like I always get
Mhm.
to know more about you, Lore, even though we've known each other for so long, but I'm always still learning about you. So Truths
Same,
and a
girl.
Lie. Should we do one and one? No, you go first and then I go first and then
Girl, let me think about it.
Don't worry.
Ooh,
Be
don't worry
happy.
about a thing. We went two different ways, but it's okay.
Yeah, I know.
We
don't-
like it.
Hey,
We go both
That's what
ways.
makes us work.
Exactly.
Two truths and I don't even have any two right now, but let me think. Okay. If you got one or if you got them, let me know.
Okay.
You can go first if you
All
want.
right. Let me.
This
feel
is
into
literally
my
on the spot, you
body.
guys. Two truths and a lie.
Two truths.
Um,
The lie.
I need you. Okay. I'll go.
Okay.
My first, okay, I have to do three, and then we're not gonna say it yet which one the lie is,
Okay.
because I'm gonna wait until after yours.
Okay.
My first one is, hold on, let me fix the music. I know. Here we go. My first one is, I when I was younger, I had a Dalmatian dog. That's my first one. My second one, I'm gonna go super left with this and take it sexual.
Yeah.
Um,
That's where I like to live.
I gave fellatio once while driving, not while I was driving, but while the person was driving. And then the third one is, um, I got in a car accident and T-boned somebody. Those are my three. And Lorde has to guess after she says her three. Okay.
I once.
Whatever you want, girl. Whatever you want. You saw mine.
Why is everything in my head coming up truths though? Okay. I.
We're a hot mess over here. Don't mind us.
We're a hot mess, and I'm not drinking anything. Just
Hello, I've been drinking water all day.
By the way,
Can I just tell you guys, it is literally 2 in the afternoon. We're sober as hell. This is how we are.
this is probably why I can't come up with anything. Okay. I once won a tetherball tournament when I was younger.
Okay.
I had a bird when I was younger named Tweety.
Okay.
And I ran over my sister's toes with my Dodge Spirit.
Oh shit.
With my car.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. You get to guess first.
Okay. I don't remember hearing about a Dalmatian ever, but it's a possibility. I can see you giving fellatio while someone's driving because she freaky like that. And you said you got in a car accident and you T-boned somebody.
Yes.
I think so that's a lie because you were T-boned. I think if I recall correctly. I'm gonna go with the truth being she was giving head in the car.
2 truths and a lie. Which one's a lie?
Oh, goddamn. What?
But
who spiked the air in this room? Here I am thinking I got this.
oh my
Okay,
god.
I have to think of the lie. Okay, then the lie is the Dalmatian.
Okay, can I be honest with you guys?
They're all true.
They're all true. Oh my god, pendeja! I swear I'm an idiot. But no, here's the thing about the Dalmatian. I probably had it for less than a week because it ran away. So I never really like. It was. I didn't get to. I didn't get to enjoy the pup. You know what I mean? It was given to me from my godparents, and it got out of the backyard somehow, and I never saw it ever again. So I probably had it for a week. So I guess I never really had a Dalmatian. Doesn't count. But yeah, I was like, oh shit, which one's the fucking lie?
Okay.
As I'm going,
So
idiot. I'm such a, you guys, I promise we're not drinking. I'm drinking water all the whole time.
okay, so I gave you 2 lies and a truth.
Okay, let me figure out the truth.
What is wrong?
The truth is you ran over your sister's toes.
That is a lie.
Oh, damn.
I did, however, start driving and she wasn't fully in the car yet.
Oh my god.
But I didn't run over her toes. Sorry, Momo, I love you.
Oh my god. I will say one of my siblings ran over their kids' toes, but I'm not saying which one. All right.
Okay, one day we have to talk about Maria's pranks.
Oh
Did
my
we
god.
ever talk about the one she did when we were at work?
No, which prank? Which one?
One where you call somebody and it's like a pre-recorded voicemail.
Oh, that's another story, you guys. We can't. We gotta.
We can come back to that at some point.
We gotta come back, and of course, we gotta go on to our next segment. It's our,
So what was it? What do you think the truth was?
the tetherball one.
No.
You had a bird named Tweety. What
And
was it? A tattoo on your back? That's what I forgot to
That's
ask
some
you.
real Beta shit. Like, I got
Tweety bird on the back of me.
Those are some OGs.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Is it a real bird or is it a bird tattooed on your back or your lower back?
We did have. He showed up on our driveway. It was a little yellow bird, and my mom took it in. And very similar to your Dalmatian, as soon as it was able to fly away, it was like, peace.
Bye. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. All right, y'all. We got to go into our next segment. It is our cheers segment.
Okay. Yeah.
This is where you share something you're proud of. You give yourself some love or what's giving you life, baby.
Oh, yes.
Lore, tell me what's good.
Man, let me tell you. Was it yesterday? Yesterday.
Yes.
I came to the TGN headquarters
Woo-woo.
and we had a group meditation and it was so great.
It was great.
But what gave me the most life was like DC was everything I didn't know that I needed that morning.
Talk about it.
Tell you.
Talk about it. Hey, he was everybody's. He didn't know he was. Okay. Go ahead. That didn't make no sense, but
let's just say he was wearing some very nice workout attire.
We would like to like I said that yesterday, DC, I would like to give your thighs their flowers because you have he has the most beautiful thighs that I've like seen, and he was wearing these tights that like just kind of showed off his thigh muscle.
Yeah.
Like he does not skip leg day. So shout out to you, DC, for that. I'm not trying to sexualize you in any way. I just wanted to give you your flowers.
What's that one Jay-Z line? I'd be skipping leg day and I still run the world or some shit like that.
Well,
that'd be DC, baby. He could skip leg day and he's still running it.
Shout out to you, DC. Shout out to you.
For real, just shout out to him because he gives the best hugs and I was like, can you break my back, please? And he was like, I sure can. And he was just everything that I needed that morning, like just very present. We had a really nice conversation yesterday, and he just filled me up yesterday. Let me tell you, he filled me all the way up.
I'm leaving that alone.
And I appreciate you, DC.
DC. I love you.
And everybody else that was in the meditation was fucking great. But
course.
DC was like, when you have a great experience and then you get like the extra that you didn't even know was going to be there. And you're just like, this shit put me over the edge.
Yeah, no, and he was awesome.
That's what it was.
He actually broke. No, he not break. What's it when you like? He cracked Keith's back and Michael's back. He was stretching.
He worked out.
He was stretching Michael out really good. So
I got on video.
I told him we didn't have time, so I'm gonna make reservation or
personal private appointment
with DC on another day because I was like I need all the works. Okay. But yeah, no. Yesterday's meditation was really dope.
So great.
I'm so glad that Keith got everybody at the headquarters, and he only invited a few people. No shade to anybody. I think we ended up inviting primos because they actually do a show on Thursdays. And we want everybody to come see the headquarters. So it just kind of works out that way. And we know they were going to do a show on Thursday. So we're like, they're already going to be here. Let's just invite them. And I told them that you and I have already been learned how to meditate before. Right. And I know you love this stuff. So I was like, we got to invite my girl Lore. So I had to tell you. But yeah, if we have more things like that, we definitely plan to invite different people from the network. We want to give everybody an experience that fits them. Amazing. So and then we also know DC meditates and does stuff like that. So we had a good group yesterday. It was definitely needed, great vibe. And we loved it. And I want to give my cheers to my amazing best friend. Her birthday was November 16th, but we're celebrating her today. And something I love about her, like she just celebrates it so well. Like, yeah, she has her own time with her and her boo, but then she also celebrates with like her friends and her family. Yes. And today she's like getting a whole suite for the Ricky Martin and Enrique Iglesias concert.
What is she about that sweet life?
She's about that sweet life. And she's a boss babe. She works so hard for everything she has. And she also knows how to celebrate her life. And I love that about her. It definitely inspires me. And I think that's what we also like connect so well. We love celebrating each other and I'm so proud of her. So today it's all about her, which again is why we are pre-recording, because I had to give my love to my best friend. I love you, Cynthia. Happy birthday, boo.
She's so great. I remember I met her at one of your birthday events, maybe like 4 years ago now or 3 years ago. And she just left such an impression on me. I was like, oh my God.
No, she has great energy.
She's amazing. Yeah.
But
happy birthday.
When we were younger in our childhood days, she was a traviesa.
Ooh.
And I wasn't like the perfect angel, but I was scared of my parents. Like I didn't do shit. They kept me in sports too, but no, now we're all traviesas as we're older.
And in the suite tonight, there's gonna be some travesuras for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna record it. Make sure you guys follow me at mysterious.jack so you guys can see all the craziness. But that pretty much it, babe. We wrapped it up. We had a good time. Hey.
Our first show that we record together in the daytime.
In the daytime, that's what really is.
We're gonna open the studio door and I'm gonna be like, God damn like a vampire.
For reals. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Where can people find you, Lore, and where can they catch your show?
Yes, you guys can find me at Lotus Hustle on Instagram, Goddess Lore on TikTok, S.Frequency on IG. My show is Sexual Frequency every Wednesday at 9 p.m. It's me and Rick Rock with the hard cock.
Hey.
And come and get yourself juicy and find your sexual frequency with us.
Yes, I'm here for that. That's what I'm talking about. And you guys recently had the Get Right on there. So
yes,
that was really dope.
One of the zaddies.
One of the daddies. No, zaddies.
Zaddy.
Sorry, zaddies of the good news.
The zaddies are the ones that they be dressing to the nines and they got all that swag.
I love me some Eric and Kelvin.
Yes,
and shout out to all the birthdays. I know we had so many birthdays. And on Monday we're gonna be celebrating Kelvin from the Get Right and Keith, Mr. Keith Good News himself. Happy birthday, Keith!
Happy birthday to ya!
Happy birthday to ya! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Mr. Good News. We love you.
Keith and Calvin el lunes.
Yes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Again, we're not live because I'm going to be watching and listening to this sexy man, Mr. Ricky Martin and Enrique Iglesias. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Please share us with your friends and your family. Thanks for tuning in. This is my girl, Goddess Lore. I am your host, Mysterious Jax. This is Ladies Night Radio Show. And just remember one thing, ladies. You are enough. You are enough, baby. Always. See you guys next Friday. Love you. Wow. Oh shit. I gotta hear it where he talk. Where is it? Oh, he's just so damn sexy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm over here staring at Ricky Martin.
He really is.
I know he's not straight, but damn it. Now he's a daddy.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be me.
Okay, he said, arreglamos. Si quieres beso, arreglamos.
Right? Hello.
Let's
Hello.
go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I can't play too much, you guys, because they're gonna kick us off. All right, that's it, you guys. I love you
Bye.
guys. Make sure you guys leave your comments. I'll be reading them. Okay, love you.
We will.